gang. Cause we always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. My USF fans, not quite sure how to feel about USF right now. A lot of people have been telling me, man, the big three ain't the same, dog. You need to go ahead and kick Florida out and put in USF. Now, I'm going to say hold your brakes. Now, USF, the only team in the country right now with 2 ranked wins. You know, congratulations. Boise State, we all know that Boise State is not the same Boise State from last year. They don't have that dynamic running back no more. Hell, he's in the league somewhere buying them houses and all that good stuff. You know, shout out to him. Florida, the Gators. We all know Gator football has been overrated for the past, 5 years. We all know that Dan Mullen left them in shambles. We all know that Billy Napier, Sunbelt Billy, weren't going to really do nothing. The Florida fan was ecstatic when they got him, you know, what he did at Louisiana and this, that, and the third. And his play calling sucks according to them now to present day because nothing he's do or been trying to do has panned out. So in Sunbelt Billy fashion, as we see him throughout the years, you know, never really started off a season ever since he's been at Florida 2-0. So nonetheless, they 1-1, obviously. Now, significant, and I hate to say this, as significant as that win was for USF, it was clearly a win for Florida had not been for penalties and mishaps, you know, spitting and all that kind of stuff, whatever you want to contribute that loss to. Florida should have outright won that game. So I'm not going to put too much thought into USF that they're this world beater, that, oh my God, they're going to come into Miami and they're going to, you know, shock the world and Miami should be scared, this, that, and third. No. This is the same quarterback that Miami played last year. The game plan to stop him should absolutely still be the same. Now, I understand last year's defense was under, you know, Guidry. But nonetheless, stopping the quarterback, the scheme that he ran stopped him. Obviously, you know, we're not going to get beat over the top and silly plays. But nonetheless, even with Guidry's defense, we beat these guys 50-15. I do believe Miami will beat them in similar fashion. I believe Florida should have beat them by at least 3 touchdowns, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to give the Gators too much credit because I absolutely love that USF, beat the brakes off them. I love it. Well, they won by 2, but nonetheless, man, I feel good saying that USF beat the brakes off them. That's tough. Deal with it. Fire Billy if you want to. You probably should give him an extension. But anyways, back to the game at hand. So Miami versus USF. Now, clearly, Miami's been challenged to its best of its ability so far for the schedule that we do have. I do believe that Notre Dame will be the toughest opponent Miami faced this season, and nobody can really change my mind about that. Unless you want to say, you know, debate about Florida State possibly. Who else is on our schedule that I could possibly say that after seeing, you know, 2 weeks of football that, you know, could possibly do something? Outside of Florida State, there's nobody. So I guess if you're not going to say Notre Dame's our toughest opponent, I guess you could throw it to Florida State then. You know, get that 2-10 last year team a bone because obviously they got some changes, which I still think Miami will beat the brakes of them because basically all you got to do is stop Castellanos. Miami's good at stopping the running quarterback. He'll just keep them in the game longer than they should be, but we'll win. That's tough. Damn, I'm going on a rant about Florida State. Let's stick to the team at hand. So, stop their quarterback. Threats on the receiving threats, I don't really see. Running the ball, don't really see it. Now, running the ball on Miami's side, let me throw some expectations out there. Now, that don't necessarily mean that these guys have to live up to it. I would love to see Mark Fletcher, you know, go for maybe 100 or more. I would love to see even Jordan Lyle. Jordan Lyle is back for this game. I would love to see Jordan Lyle go for maybe 100 also, or, you know, somewhere around that range. Because from watching USF play, you can actually run the ball on them. Boise State had a chance. They just literally threw the game away with turnovers. So don't let that 30-something to 7 fool you. That game could have, you know, been a lot more competitive and a lot closer. But it is what it is. Florida was running the ball great against them. Bach or whoever that running back was. He was having a grand time. Not quite sure why Florida went away from that, but you know, it's the mystery of Billy. It's the mystery of Billy. If it's working, stop doing it. That's Billy's motto. If it working, stop doing it. If it working. Florida fans, that's tough, man. But I expect Miami to win. Now, you guys can give me your score predictions. Put them in the comment section down below. I got Miami winning this thing comfortably, 42-10. 42-10. That's my score prediction. Now, you guys can put your score prediction down below. Maybe you guys got it a little bit closer. Maybe it's a nail biter. I do know that the opening line for this game was 17.5. Was 17.5. I think Miami covers that. I think they covered it comfortably. And, you know, great win for us on the CW. On the CW. So, the CW, guys, if you have an antenna, you can watch this. This is a local channel. I think back in the day, it used to be channel. It was on 34. Damn, what's the name of it? Somebody put down below what the CW used to be. It used to be a damn, man, I can't get the. Put it in the comment section down below. You know what? I made a bet. I forgot to mention. I made a bet with a Florida State fan that basically, if USF beat us, I gotta wear a bullhorn hat or whatever for the rest of my streams, for the rest of my videos, you know, throughout the year. So let's go. Let Miami go out there, man, and knock the BS out of them. Literally the BS out of them. That's tough. They the Bulls. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. All right, man.